of techniques and some suggestions. Anyway, so I'm going to show you, and I'm doing on just, that's why I gave you that side paper. Some of the techniques that is suggested. Okay, I'm just going to take a little dark one so you can see. Okay, the idea here, where's my paper? There's a couple of ways to do it. This is called stippling. And what you do is you just put dots, and you can vary your dots as close as you want, as far apart. And you can actually, there are some, they call it pointillism. There's some paintings that are done strictly with dots. But this is pencil crayon. So you see, I'm just pressing, and I'm just making a texture. So if you're doing a drawing and you want to fill in some areas with slight texture, this is what you would do. So that's one way. Can you see me? Can you see that? I do darker, maybe black. So that's called stippling. The second one is basically hatching, which is like going like this. And again, you can do it farther apart, closer together. The closer you get together, the more it fills in. So that is a drawing technique, and it's with these colored pencils. The next one is starting the same way, hatching, and then you go diagonally across to fill in. And you don't have to do the whole area, but you do parts of it if you want. And again, the closer you do it, the more it fills in. So that's called cross hatching, cross hatching, stippling. The other one is like most pencil crayons that you do, you would do even with crayons, is you just color back and forth. You can put pressure. The more pressure you put in, the heavier it is, the lighter you go. So that's just the back and forth. The other one's scrumbling, or scumbling, they call it, and that's similar, except you're doing circles. Again, you can color in harder, or you can do it lighter, looser in some areas. So those are just 5 techniques that you can use with this pencil crayons. Now the idea, and I'll show you one, I'll just show it to you, but since we don't have the heavier paper, you still could try it on here. I'm using very thin drawing paper right here to demonstrate. So let's say I'm going to try a brighter color. Let's say I do this, this back and forth. I'm going to show you. And I want to cover an area. So then I will take some water, just a little bit of water. Now I'm going to go over this. And it sort of treats it like watercolor in some area. It blends. And you can do it by wetting the paper, wetting your brush and dry paper, or just dipping your brush and going through it again. So those are some of the techniques that, okay, let's see if I do it heavier. Now this paper is it doesn't take on very much water. So I'm going to go over this again, and it will act like, you see how I can shade the other area, another area with the color that I have. So those are the couple of ideas that we are going to use today. Okay, any questions?
Okay. I have a question.
Okay.
I think someone else had a question as well.
I was just going to ask, what was the 5th method called? The circles?
It's called scumbling. That's what they call it, scumbling. But it's just basically circles, and then you can go finer, you can go thicker. The more pressure you put on your pencil crayon, the darker it's going to go on. And usually with water, with the wetting it, they suggest making it darker, making it more color so that you can spread the color a bit around your paper. And I'll show you when we do the pears, how you can soften an area by wetting it just a little bit. So now, because the pears are so easy to do, really, pears are uneven, and I don't know which one you want to use. I was going to do this, this one with the 3 pears overlapping. So I don't know. This one here is, I think you could try on your own and see how it has different colors. So you could try that on your own. I don't know which camera you can see that. So you could try that one. Or I thought this would be a simpler one to do. And we can try maybe, this one's kind of yellowy, but we can add different colors to it, like with a bit of green in it or a bit of different colors. So let's try this one here. But I just
Okay.
give, yeah, so you could try them on your own and see which ones you want to do. So let's try that one.
And just for those who tuned in a bit after, I forgot to include the watercolor paper for the class, but there are some pieces of paper that are included in there, which you can use to practice the drawing techniques. I'll be able to get these to you whenever you can come by and pick them up, so you can try all these methods on a bigger sheet of paper. But yeah, let's just focus on learning and having fun today.
What was your question, Melanie? You had a question?
Oh, yes. How do you know when to use which method? Like when to do the hatch, when to do the cross
Well,
hatch?
this is where I think you can experiment. It depends on the texture you want in certain areas. So if you want some texture, you can try all of them, but I'm just saying you could try the which method that you like the best. We'll try, we'll practice on the one that we'll do now. So if you look at your picture, I would take a color that's sort of close to, it doesn't even matter. I would take a lighter color, not maybe a gray. I don't know what colors you have, but so I'm going to take, and I'm going to look at my picture, and just to show you a little technique I saw someplace, is kind of the bottom part of a pear is sort of circular. Like if you don't want to do, and the top is like a triangle. And then what you do is you can go right around it. If you're really hesitant to make it off, you mean pears are not
Circle and then a triangle.
And so you can make a pear that looks like that, and then you put a stem on it. So that's just a simple technique, but you don't have to follow. You can look at your picture and just draw from what you see. I just thought I'd show you this little technique if you're kind of hesitant on how to draw a pear. Okay, so here I am.
Can I ask a question? Did we get copies of pictures of the pears?
I don't know if Melanie gave you those.
Yes,
Yeah.
pairs are included.
Yes. In the email?
They're
it's-
in the
Okay.
package. It's the second sheet after the one that lists the materials.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
So if you have your pears, you've got your pencil crayons.
Yeah.
If you want, you can try a brush, but not like some water, but we'll use it very sparingly because you don't have the paper that really absorbs. So we can try that. And that's basically all you really need. A pencil sharpener. I don't know if Melanie included that in your little kit.
No.
Did you, Melanie?
Not a pencil sharpener. No, I didn't
No.
think of that. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, because you might get dull, I guess, okay, here goes. So now if we're going to go across, like I'm going to look at my pears. They're not going to be perfect, and you can make them bumpy. You can make them more slanted than the picture. It's just a reference. Doesn't have to be exact. No one's going to know after you've done it anyway. So I'm going to look, and I'm going to sort of center it, and I'm going to try to draw it freehand, like the top dome, and then I'm going to make it fatter at the bottom, give them some weight, and I'm going to go back to the top, and I'm going to,
Sorry to interrupt again, but you need to use a darker pencil so we can see.
okay, thanks. Just
Yeah.
keep interrupting me. Okay, I'll try this again with my black.
Yeah.
Can you see it now?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just going around the curve. And if it's not smooth, don't worry. Pears are all kinds of shapes. They're not perfect. And I'm going to stop here because I'm going to put the other pear, and it's on a tilt. I'm going to make this one a little fatter. Have a bump in it. Okay, so these haven't got their stems, but I'll put the stem in so you can see. Now I'm going to do the third one. I'm going to start here. This one I can just finish it off there. Then I'm going to start here and I'm going to make the pear. We're trying to make them different. So that's what makes things interesting when things are different. Okay, let's see. This one's a little bit skinnier from the picture. And they're not on the same plane. So, okay. See, this one doesn't look as. And I'm going to put a stem on this one too. So that's the, can you see that now? That's the idea. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can. Okay, now that's, so now I'm going to look. Has everyone done the drawing? I'm going to wait till you do the drawing.
No, no.
Just a sec. We're not as.
I'll give you time to do the drawing.
And then maybe we could also see a peek of how everyone's drawing went.
Well, you can take me off the screen if you want. Just use my hands if you like.
Oh, what do you mean to make noise?
Take my face-to-face one. I guess
So
I can
to
stop.
remove spotlight.
Okay, I put stop video from
Yes.
from mine. Okay, so you'll just see my picture here.
Okay.
Right. Just ask questions. If you have a question or you're not sure of something, just don't be afraid to ask, really. First of all, it's just a piece of paper.
We can use a pencil, right? And
You
then
can use a pencil.
erase it. Yeah, erase it afterwards, like
You can
the edge
erase. You can erase actually all of the pencil crayons. You can erase,
Oh, okay.
but really you can, depending on how dense you make it. But that's the good thing about pencil crayons. But I just thought lighter because then some people even trace over it afterwards. I mean, they outline, their images with the dark pencils. I mean, it just depends on your style that you want to use.
Olga, can I ask you a favor?
Sure.
Are you capable of painting upside down so that we can then see your pears right side up?
Okay. Well,
I think the camera, it went upside down again. So let's do the thing where we point at the wall.
Okay, here goes.
Dun, 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 dun. See, Olga's the best sport. She just does any crazy thing I tell her to do. Oh no, we went too far back. So let's do it one more time.
Okay.
Melanie, it's still upside down for us who are looking
Okay.
at the picture. There, now it's right side up. Thank
Now
you.
it's good. Let's keep it like that. Round of applause.
This is all new for me too, guys. So I'm learning as I go. Okay. But that's a good idea. You see, I wouldn't know that. Okay.
Well, I was making my pears upside down to tell you the truth, Olga.
Thank you for being here. It's such a beautiful day and you're
Oh.
inside. Thank you.
Can I make one pair larger?
Yes, you can.
don't
You
like
can make it. You can make it any size you want. I mean, the front one could be the largest one. I mean, it's sort of in the forefront.
But what
doesn't-
about the existing line that I have? I want to make an existing one. I want to change one of them.
Sure, you can change it. Like I said, they could be bumpy. They could be, if you turn over that page that with those at the back, the one that I don't know if you, Melanie, I think gave you this one. You see how they're different? I mean, they look different. They're fat, they're leaning over. This one is going this way. Sometimes it's harder to do something that's foreshadowing this way. So I thought even ones for a starting lesson might be good. But if you
Oh,
want to
that's too
try
hard.
this on your own, but you see how they're different?
Excuse me, what about my existing line that's there? Is that gonna show?
Well, as I said, you can erase it.
Erase
lightly.
it.
Oh, yeah.
You
if I
could,
had an Eraser.
because it is a pencil crayon. But it doesn't matter. You're going to go over it with color.
Okay,
Okay.
I will be back. I have to go pick up a big package apparently.
Oh,
Okay.
nice package.
We're on our own. I hope everyone's enjoying this beautiful weather. Oh, I just hope it continues.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's just beautiful.
Well, we're happy to have it for this week anyway.
That's right. We need some rain
April.
too, but it's got to give us some sunshine and warmth. We've had enough of the cold in the winter. Give me a thumbs up if you're sort of ready to go to the next stage. Good, thanks, Mary.
okay.
Okay, well,
Okay,
One more pair to go here.
is that Olga Kutch? I haven't seen Olga in a long time. Anyway, so okay, for sort of ready, I'm going to look at this now. And as I'm coloring, I could change things. So I'm going to look, and I'd like you to sort of identify, and you could do this with a pencil too. I'm going to do this with a pencil to show you. I'm going to highlight, I'm going to put the parts that are going to be highlighted. And I'm just going to draw just lightly, I guess you won't be able to see, but I'm drawing where the light hits the pear. So on this one, I'll do it darker so you can see. I'm putting it right here. That's where I see the light. It's just an indication. Then I'm going to do another one I see on this pear. So I don't color that all in. That's a highlight. And this is
So
another.
the color of the pencil doesn't matter right now.
Well, I'm doing it lightly, just so for my sake, so that I'm doing it for you, but do it lightly so you don't color in that area. Because we want, that's where the pear is going to shine. It's going to give it some three-dimensional look, okay? Now here's another one. This is what I see in this reference that I gave you here, that Melanie gave you. So those are the highlights.
Quarter to one, I didn't see that email. So.
Okay, you can actually put, I think I see one right here too, a slighter one. Because this, so we're looking to see that the light is hitting it from this direction, okay? So that's where the light is hitting these pears.
She's doing the highlights
From
light.
this direction, see? So
That was so good. I had one in my pocket.
See how she put in those little circles?
that's where I put the circle just lightly so that I'm not going to color those in. I'm going to leave them white as a paper.
And light here and light here. So that's what she put in now, where the light is.
I put my highlights in yellow, hoping that they won't show as much as the darker color.
Well, the thing
And I
is,
can see that okay.
okay, thing is you're going to, then you can do the darker colors. You see the three pairs standing up, three in a row. You see they're different colors, and you could do that with these three that are up in the upper part. You see, that's why I gave you those pairs too, just for coloring. So you see you have this picture, but you see the colorations on these three. You can incorporate those colors into your three pairs.
Okay.
You see, that's the idea, that we're looking, the light is hitting it from this angle. So here you see the highlights on these pairs are here. On these, they're here, here, and here. And you can lighten it with an eraser. Like if you did yellow, let's say someone said they did yellow, you can lighten it. Or what you do is you would put a darker color around
Why
that.
do we still have noise behind us? It's very hard to hear you.
I don't know if somebody can mute
Is
themselves.
everybody muted?
Okay,
Yeah, because you can,
yeah, you can hear noise.
that's better. Thank you.
Okay, so that's those are the references.
It's good.
So that's, so you can refer to the bottom for coloration. If you've done, If you think something is too dull, you'll make it darker on the other side. Okay, now we're going to, you can start with yellow. Actually, I'm going to start with the orange. You see the orange on orange, ready orange. I'm going to take my orange color, and I'm going to, and you can try the different techniques. As I said, I'm going to go just do these. This is hatching, I guess. You can just hatch in the area that you want. See, if I want it darker, I'll just go cross hatch. That's why the techniques are. Then I'm going to do lighter on the side. I'm doing the lighter. Again, you can change this. You can change this. This is just a reference. Just going to do like that. Then I'm noticing my here, I'm going to go as far as here. And I'm going to make it quite dark. This is back and forth. Can go back and forth, trying to make it darker. If it's not dark enough, again, I was just telling you, this is where the cross hatching, going close to it, will give you the coloration.
Olga, I'm sorry to interrupt, but can you just go over those, the techniques? I came in at 2 to 1, 2 minutes to 1.
Okay,
And
on my sheet. Okay, on my sheet here, I'll show you again. I have the sort of 5 or 6 techniques. The first one is just basically stippling, they call it. It's like dots. And you can make them close together. You can make them far apart. There's actually painting techniques they call pointillism, that the whole painting is done with dots. Right. That's a really hard. Can you imagine that go blurry if I had to do that? But anyway, that's stippling. Then you have called hatching, which is going in a direction, a diagonal direction. It could be farther apart, lighter, darker, closer together. That's called hatching. Okay. The cross hatching is hatching, and then you're going in the other direction. Again, more pressure, lighter pressure, further apart. That's creating texture.
And what's that called?
This is called hatching. This is called cross hatching. Okay. And this one now is what most people do with crayons or pencil, is just going back and forth. Again, putting heavier pressure, lighter pressure, depending on what you want, what you want it to cover. This
and what's
other
that?
One,
sorry, what's that technique?
That's called just back and forth. I don't know, they called it back and forth. I don't know, just coloring. But you can do it, like I said, lighter, put more pressure. Now this one is called scumbling, which is just going in a circle to cover an area, and then going looser and harder if you want to cover an area. You can go over it again. You see, I can go in a curve and just making it. So that's just now this other one I did was I can do it with a purple. I'll do a different color. This is using wet. We're using a brush, and if you have heavier paper, watercolor paper absorbs water a little better. That's why you may not have it as easy this time, but you can try I'm doing purple, and I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to make it heavier. We want to get a lot of color in order to, now then I'm going to take, just wet my brush just lightly, and I'm going to go over it like a watercolor technique. It's a blending. And you see, if you have enough paint, the color can go off to the side to lighten on the other end. I'll show you on my paper because I have watercolor paper here. So that's just using water, and this you can use it just dipping your brush and going over the color. You can wet your paper first. I'm going to wet my paper. This is another way of doing it. And you can go over it with this watercolor pencil. And I understand there's different qualities of watercolor pencils too. So I don't know what. Now then you can go over and just blend it. Now this paper is a sketching paper like you have, so it doesn't absorb the water. So that's the other way. So those are using watercolor with your pencil crayons to soften the color, and then the other sort of 5 techniques.
Thank you.
So now I'm going to see, I did this here. I'm going to do a little more, the orange. And I'm going to take my brush, and I'm going to try to give it some blending with the. Now I'm going to go all the way to the light.
What color is that? Is that red?
Mine is orange.
Orange,
It's
okay.
called red orange.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know if you've got the same one. I've got this is a Crayola, but it's a double tipped, 2 different
No.
colors on.
No,
pencil.
we got the single tip.
Okay, because I have 2 different kinds. I have this Derwent, I think it's called, and it's got a single tip. So I don't know what the quality. I'm going to try both of them. I don't know which watercolor pencils are better. I don't do very much of this, but I like it with, it's nice with still life because you can control it a little bit better. And people who'd like to paint realism, this is a kind of a nice, and this is very portable. Like you can take this out in your backyard, sit outside. You don't have to have water, paint, and all that kind of stuff, and you can do it outside. They do it up, they call it au plein. You go outside and you paint. Now, if I
Like the
want something a little
impression.
bit dark, then I can go cross hatch. I'm going to cross hatch an area that I want darker. And I just put more pressure. Now I'm going to show you if this works. I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to go over this just to see how it blends it. You see how it blends the color a bit?
Mhm.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
You can go into, so that's, it doesn't have to be everywhere, but if you want to spread it a bit, and this is, you can use it just almost just like a watercolor. Just by using pencils and a little water. Okay, I'm going to spread this. It's kind of fun, actually.
So could we use red on top of the orange?
You can try, yes, that's the other thing. Once you get your colors, they suggest for you want to make shadows or whatever, to use what they call a complementary color. If you have a color wheel, which is helpful, see, I have a color wheel, and the red is here, and the complementary colors are green, and then you have a triad, you can have blue and sort of a yellowy green. So, but the complementary color will give the shadow for this red. So when I'm doing the bottom, if I want to, where's my green? I want to make this darker, like I see on that pair that is down here, I can go across here with the red. Let's try the red that I had here. Is there any darker? I guess there's darker here. There's red, and then it looks like black, but you don't need to use black. You can use, as I said, the complementary color. See, this doesn't want to work. Okay. This creates the shadow. And actually you see on the pear, there's some green on the yellow. I'm going to go like this with some orange or yellow. See, it gives the shadow, it darkens it without having to do black.
Doesn't, this paper isn't quite.
Yeah, it's really, that's why I
enough.
suggested watercolor, but I guess no one forgot. Anyway, but okay. So paper doesn't absorb.
No, it just sort of sits there. It doesn't.
Yeah, and so here, like I'm just going to use just a little bit of blending with my wet, very lightly blended brush. And you can actually use a paper towel, if you don't, you want to take some off or smooth it, I guess. Okay, well, I'm going to continue with my shading of the pear. I'm going to try yellow. I've got 2 different colors. I got 3 actually yellows. This is a Crayola set. It's really kind of interesting to have double-ended pencil crayon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I guess this scumbling is probably the easiest or back and forth to do for covering large areas.
Yeah.
And then you can go over that with another color or the blending with water. So this is the lightest part. It's closest to the white. And you know what? Pears have varying colors of yellow. So even though you have one color, another yellow or a hint of another color can go on top of it.
Mm.
Now I see that at the corner here, I see a shadow in my reference. So I'm just going to go with this green, or it could be blue, just lightly, like the hatching. So you can experiment once you get the feel of what watercolor, what these pencils can do. Let's see, I'm going to see if I can smooth this just a bit. Oop, I got some orange on it. Okay, let's see what else. Yellow. See if I can put another. See, now this pear is shadowing this yellow one. So there's a shadow on this side of the pear. If I want it darker, I'm going to go cross hatching.
What color is your shadow?
Pardon?
What color is the shadow?
Okay, again, my pencil, this is called Harvest. Oh yeah, the shadows are, okay, whatever is the complement, if you want a really dark shadow. So here I have yellow. I'm just going to show you.
No, because we don't have the wheel and we don't have the double.
Well, I'll show you the simple.
Whatever's closest. We have the basic colors only.
Well, see, this here is my reference. If you have yellow, it's going to show you yellow, and the complement of yellow is purple.
Purple, okay.
That's the complement. So if you take your purple.
But the shadow on the second one is red. So what's the shadow for the first one?
Okay, the green was for the shadow for the orange, is green or even a dark blue, I think, but that they say the complementary is green. So orange, the complementary is green, and that's what I did for the shadow at the bottom. But I can do a little bit on this one too.
Yeah, that one that you just pointed. What color are you using? The overshadow, that one is already, yeah, the first one, the overshadow of that one. You said that one is being shadowed, yeah.
Well, this one is being
First
shadowed
one here, yeah.
Okay, that's this one. Say this one.
No, that's the first one.
This is the first. Oh, this first pair. Okay, so this is yellow. So I can put yellow, and the shadow it says purple, but
purple.
I have a different color. I have something called Harvest Gold, but let me look at purple, and we can see this is blue on this one. Let's try purple. And it depends on the pressure. So here's my purple going across it. And it's creating a shadow that this pair is doing to that one. And you could try dots. I mean, give it a try. Try different things and see what you like. I'm going to do stippling. It's just textural. There might be spots on a pair anyway. Okay, then I'm going to go with yellow again. And maybe you should have put yellow first and then put the purple afterwards. You see how it creates that shadow? See, I'm going to see if I'm going to erase this highlight that I had, that I put where I want white. But I see it here, but you won't see it. So now I'm going to do the yellow again. And if you want something to bounce up, you do a darker around the light part. So here's my white, it's going to be highlighted. I'm going to do a darker around that highlight. And that's not even, so it doesn't matter. In painting, you know, sometimes the mistakes sometimes turn out better than if you didn't, what you expected to do. So there's no mistakes. And I'm going to put it like you see those three. I'm going to put a tinge of green in my pear. It doesn't even have to have a shadow. It's just a tinge of green, just so that it looks more like a pear. I don't know. Pears are not even. Just give it some color. I guess these are Bartlett pears, right?
Yeah.
You can have different pears. Okay. There's that purple. I'm gonna go across. And sometimes too, like I noticed here as I'm doing this, that because this pear has this orangey red, it basically reflects some color onto the pear that's in front, this first one. So you notice how even though I said to put the purple shadow, you could put a bit of the reddish orange in it to show that it's a reflection. Just to warm it up a bit. Okay. Purple. I have to have yellow. Where's my yellow? How's it going, guys? Good?
So,
I would say so-so. You're just too close to it, probably, that's all. You know, there's another thing that I can tell you that basically most things are shapes. So if you're looking at the pear and you see a different color, look at the shape of that color. So I noticed as I was doing this orange or on this first pear is in a shape like this. I'm just going to draw it like this is the orange shape. See, if I'm going like this. So when I'm doing it, and I could maybe try stippling it, it's sort of a, what's the color of it? I mean, and then you sort of blend it with the rest of the, okay, where's that purple? Where's my purple? Their pears are blushing.
I'm not sure if mine is a lemon or an apple.
Oh, put a little bit of green in it.
It's interpretation.
That's right. You know what you'll see in art, you'll have pears of red, of different colors. Actually, you can even buy different colored pears. I mean, so it doesn't matter. Look at the Asian pear. You've seen Asian pears that look like apples. And look at the Bosque pears. They're sort of greeny brown. So, I mean, but in art, you can paint purple pears, you can paint any color pear. And you'll notice there's a lot of artists that paint pears. I don't know if you've seen them, but I like the pear pictures. And actually, if you want to soften something after, you can take an eraser and lightly erase some of the yellow. Let's say if you want a softer side that you put too much color on it. I'm just going to, you can take an eraser, just to show you. I just put a little bit higher light. Okay, I'm going to finish my. Okay, I don't like this here. I'm going to put it a bit higher. And I see there's a spot on that pear. Purple, where's purple? Where's the purple? You can vary your strokes to make it lighter or heavier. Again, I've used purple with the bottom here where the pear sits, and I'm just going to soften it to see if I can create this with water, this shadow. You have artistic license to do whatever color you want on the pear.
Water really makes a big difference. It's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
it smooths it out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
Like
beautiful.
it blends it. It's just like watercolor. It's just
Yeah, Olga, I'm wondering if you make things too dark, because this is also a pencil crayon, after it gets dry, will we be able to maybe erase what we thought was too dark?
yeah, well, you can. I mean, first of all, you mean after you've wet it?
After you've wet it and after it's dried?
I don't know. Let me see. I've dried. This one is dry. Let's see. I'll try it. It stains the paper.
Ah, okay.
So that's what's happening. I mean, you can if you rub it hard enough. You see this one here that I did with the pencil. And I blended it. It doesn't want to rub off.
I wonder if the white eraser does a different job than the yellow.
Well, I have this eraser that's one of these, ones that you squish around. I don't know.
Yeah.
But see, I'm going to erase my dark lines. You don't have to, but I think just to lightly find it a little bit too dark. So I'm going to erase, see if it works. just to soften it.
Yeah.
Does a bit. Different erasers. You don't want to wreck your, let's see, I've got this on the end of my pencil. Let's see if that works differently. Well, let's try this. My eraser. No, it doesn't wanna- it does erase a little bit, the stain, but you'd have to work at it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
See, I'm taking off this dark pencil crayon that I put on the outside initially. I'll leave a little bit so it. And you can't see it, right?
Yeah.
So I can take a little bit of a purple, the complementary color, and I'll just go around the outside, just gently, just so it, you can see some parts, not all the way. Your eye finishes things, like you can draw something and not complete it, but your eye will complete the drawing. See, like I did that. Now I didn't finish that one, but your eye will just continue. And I'm not even going to do, just going to do slightly. There's sort of my outline, and you can see my pear. Now, if you think you've got too much highlight, you just go over it with some more yellow. So it doesn't have to be as even. Remember, it's a highlight, and it's a pattern. Well, that pear is sort of done. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to put a little bit of red into my stem. I think this is red. Is it red? Red. That's why I also like watercolor pencils versus regular pencils, because you have the option of doing both. You can soften it with water or just do a drawing. Okay. Okay, I don't know if I've got enough shadow at the bottom here. Try to put a little more. Try this cross hatching to make it darker. How are you feeling, Gabriel? Gabriel is with us.
How are you feeling, Olga?
I'm feeling better, thank you. My eyes are slowly coming together. So otherwise, I'm still, I think it's going to take me longer to get them to heal. I'm also wondering whether, can you be not allergic, but can you be sort of sensitive to the drops, like it's steroid drops that they give you after the operation?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm wondering, once I stop them, I'm finished this week, one of them, I'll be finished totally. So maybe I'll see how my eyes go back then, I don't know.
Yeah,
Could be.
are you allergic in general to things?
No, no, I don't have allergies. Like I really don't. So, but you can always get them, I guess.
Yeah, but my
Because
mom, she it seemed every pill she took, there was something wrong with it, for her.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know about my pears either.
Yeah. I think it's this paper too, because it's actually wiggling. As it gets wet, it wiggles like it like,
Well, you know, with watercolor paper, basically, this is what I have here. They have a pad. And with watercolor, I don't know if anybody's done watercolor, you should tape your paper onto a board because water obviously can warp the paper a bit. And this way
Yeah,
it keeps
this
it firm. So if you buy a pad, you buy them in a pad, and then you can take them out one by one after you're finished. So it helps to keep it smooth. So I have this little watercolor pad. I think it's a cheapie. I don't know. I think where did I buy this? It's called a Canson. You see, this is my watercolor pad, which where am I here? You see that? Now, I don't know if it's not probably the best, but it's, Canson. But I found it amongst my stuff, so I thought it'd be great to demonstrate. It's only 9 by 12, it's small.
So Olga, did you say that you could also just wet the tip of the pencil?
Yeah, yes, you can try that, but just don't
Okay.
put a lot of water because, like I said, you don't have the watercolor paper. And it's
No.
going to start picking up particles from the paper.
that's what's
Okay.
happening.
So just try gently. I'll try on this. See, when I was showing my demo here, which is the same color, it's just regular drawing paper. I can see where if you put enough color, and okay, let me try. Well, I get a darker color. You put it on, and it's. Let's see if I can scrumble or whatever, and then put water on it. It takes a bit of water, but it's really.
No, it kind of,
It starts to rub the paper and then you get particles. So it's not the best for this, but here, it worked here. So I was showing you the staining on this paper. I sort of like the staining. It's like, as I said, like watercolor, and it's lovely. Let's see if I can blush it even further. I'm just going to go over. Go like that. Just some parts I'm going to darken. See, once it's dry, you can go over this too. Once you stain, you can actually go over it again, darker if you want in parts. This is also good if you wanted to do a background. I mean, watercolor would be the best, but this could create a bit of a backdrop so that you can paint or draw on top of it. It's just kind of nice to have. I'm sort of introducing you. I mean, some of you may, I don't know, have done all kinds of other medium, but I'm just trying to introduce you to different kind of medium, and then you start to see what you like to explore with on your own in the future. That's why this is still life, but I thought we would do pastels towards the end of this month. And pastels is kind of interesting too. And you should have better paper for that too. And soft pastels, I mean, there's the variety. You can mix the pastels, the hard pastels for finer work, and then the soft pastels for blending. You can mix media too, which is kind of interesting. So I hope you enjoy the different media.
yeah, it's a good introduction to the different.
I mean, I haven't done much pastel work. I mean, I've done it with drawing in figure drawing. When you go into a studio and you do life drawing, I've done it with that, but I've never really done paintings per se as far as detail work. So I like to work in acrylics. And then this alcohol ink that I think I mentioned that I like to do, which is kind of a new for me. And I like it because it's so unexpected. Might drive people nuts, but I like see, oh gee, look what happened, you know.
So my one thing looks like an avocado.
That's good, avocado.
Olga,
It looks like an avocado.
Put a stem on it, it will look different.
Yes.
Is it June? You asked me a question?
no, it's Carmelita. You know this wet on wet done by Bob Ross? Can you do that?
Wet on wet for like this with watercolor. I guess with these you can with maybe better pencil crayons. This is what they say too, is you basically wet the paper. Let's try this. I'm going to try to do the bottom here. Wet the paper first. And then, so this is wet on wet, and I'll take my orange. I'm going to wet the tip of it, and let's see what happens. It's like the experiment, you see? This is what a scientist does. What if, I like this, say, what if I do this? What's going to happen? And remember, this is only a piece of paper. It's not, I mean, it might be a masterpiece, but when you're learning, sometimes you surprise yourself and you've got a masterpiece, but sometimes you're just learning techniques and what works for you and what doesn't. See, here's wet on wet. I wet my paper and then I went over it with a wet pencil, watercolor pencil. So it does work. But again, you have to have thicker, you have to have watercolor.
Yeah.
This is 140-pound paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 140 paper, 140 pounds. And that's what basically the minimum, I think, with a watercolor if you're doing.
Hmm.
Then you can go up to 300 pounds, but watercolor paper is quite expensive.
Mhm.
You can buy them by the sheets, the bigger sheets, or you can buy them by the pad. Let me see if I can lighten it. This is my what if. I'm going to try spreading this further, blending it. I mean, watercolor, if you do watercolor, you do wet on wet. I love wet on wet. See, notice when I just here, I've got some paint, it's coming off the watercolor pencils, and I can put I just put a shading on, a blush on this pair. I have a 30 by 30 inch size painting of an artichoke. I'm sorry, not artichoke, an avocado. Somebody was asking. I've got a huge one in my kitchen. I don't know how I got it, but it's huge, and it's and I put texture in it. Like I used all kinds of texture. It's acrylic, and you use I used a mesh to get some textural stuff on it. So you could play with anything. With that's what I like about art. You just play. Okay, let's try yellow. Now, the reason you put the shading is because you're trying to make it look three-dimensional. And like I'm looking here, I don't like this, but it's a little bit too dark. Let's see if I can erase it. Now, today I understand we will have to stop at 2:30 because Marichka, if anybody signed up for that presentation by Marichka singing, and I think it's at 3 o'clock. Some of you might be involved in that one. It's good to have a pencil sharpener if you are doing with this, because it'll get dull. I wish I was there with you guys in person and I could see what you're doing. Oh, well, we'll get there one of these days, I hope.
Yeah. I'm going for my shot on Monday.
Oh,
My
great.
first,
Where?
the Toronto Congress Center
Center,
on
yeah.
Dixon. Yeah.
Good. So most people have their shots already?
One, not two.
Yeah, I know. I tried to create a bit of a stink when I went to get my shot I went to Mississauga hospital there. And I said to them, I understand that, Pfizer, the protocol for Pfizer is 21 days, and I think I should be getting it in 21 days.
I know. It's ridiculous because when I called, she gave me the appointment for Monday, the 12th of April. And then she said, your second shot is 112 days later in August.
Oh, God.
And I said to her, but that's contrary to what everything is like, all the drug manufacturers are saying, that's going to weaken. So it's going to potentially mean your second dose has no value. And she said, I'm taking your feedback, and I said, just,
Well, they may, if they had supplies, I mean, I understand it's the supply issue. But I mean, the point is, that I even came home, because I mean, I had this, after I was talking to the receptionist, and I said, I want an earlier date. And then they called, there was a doctor walking around. And she said, do you want to talk about it in another room? And I said, no. I said,
out in the open.
I said, no, I'm not sick. I want the shot. I'm just complaining about the gap. And I think, and then but they stuck to their guns. I mean, that's what the ministry said. That's what they're doing.
Yep.
So I came home and I emailed Christine Elliott. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to tell her. I never did get an answer. I said the same thing to her. I said, I do understand it's a supply issue, but I said, it's compromising us too. And I said, like, you got to, I mean, they promise you all these, these shots are coming in, and then there's nothing. Then they say, oh, we haven't got the supplies. Well, I don't know.
So you sent this and you didn't get a reply, because I used to be with the provincial government, and the rule that you must, and you can actually get dinged on your performance if you don't do this, any performance rating for your, increases in pay. You have to respond in 48 hours, even if you don't have an answer, but you have to acknowledge that someone sent you a question or a query or a complaint. So even if you sign back and just say, I received it and we're looking into it. So that's interesting that she didn't do that.
She didn't do it. Well, she doesn't have to, I guess. She's the premier, or not the premier, but she's the health minister. So I mean, I don't know, but I did not get a reply from her. But then I did hear that they were saying that they may shorten the gap as the supplies start coming in. But I
Yeah,
don't know how
I've
they're
heard
gonna
that
reach
too, but
everybody.
So this is
think
Irene,
that's
and
just-
I have my own theory about why it's 4 months, and it's my theory. I haven't heard it from anyone, but you read that the vaccine is only good for 6 months after the last shot. So I think that's why they're extending it to 4 months for between.
Reality
shots,
is they don't know
so
that.
that the last shot lasts longer, at least to the end of the year.
I think the reality is though, they don't know if it only lasts
Yeah.
6 months or it lasts 5 years because it's only been given for a short period of time. And as it's
Yeah.
further out, they'll know if it lasts longer. They can only guarantee now that it lasts 6 months.
This whole thing is an experiment. I mean,
Yeah.
they do not know. That's why they keep changing their, statements coming in because they don't know. And
Yeah,
things change as they discover new things, that things change.
But one
Yeah,
thing,
there's no
one thing,
guarantees there.
one thing
No.
I would like to know is for the people that have had the vaccine, has anyone got COVID? Has actually, I would be curious about that.
Well, there's this new variant. This is what's scary because who knows?
But my understanding is you can still get it, but you don't die. You don't end up in the hospital, and it's a lighter. The symptoms are lighter.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
So it's
They're
not.
pro-
It doesn't prevent you from getting it. You still could get it, but you won't end up in the hospital or dead.
Oh,
I think they're trying to save their space in the hospitals too. You see, they don't want deaths. They said they will protect you. You won't die from it, as you said. So
Yeah.
basically that's what they're looking at. They said, well, you're not going to die if you do get it even so.
Yeah.
But look at the nursing homes. I mean, they've gotten their 2 shots. At least it's saving the people in the nursing homes. But now the young people are experiencing, because they're more risk takers.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
sick of it.
Yeah, me too.
My patience is wearing thin.
Oh, boy. Anyway, we just have to be positive and do fun things as much as we can. That's all we can do, so. And I hope you're enjoying this and get your mind off all this other stuff.
Olga, you'll be pleased to know my second pear looks like a pear. It doesn't look
Oh.
like an avocado. So
Well, show
we're
me.
making progress.
Where are you?
I can't, because for some reason I can't get my camera part to work.
Would you hold it up to the
But-
camera?
It looks like a pear.
Where are you?
I don't know, I don't think you'll see it.
Who am I speaking with here anyway?
It's Cynthia, but you can trust me. The second one looks like a pear. I'm pleased with it. The first one looks like a strange avocado.
Your camera is not on.
Yeah, it doesn't
Oh.
work for some
Oh,
some
I
reason.
see.
Rita, that looks nice.
Oh, there it is. Oh, wow, that's nice.
That's nice.
Good.
Doesn't look like a pear. Thank you.
I'm going to suggest that because this is what happens with me too, when you're doing it, you're doing this shading, try to see if you can vary that's what what do you call it? The cross hatching or whatever. This ends are darker, and then as you go out, so this doesn't look like a line that goes all the way.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh,
Just a
lighter, darker at the inside and becoming lighter?
Yeah, the dark and like crosshatch maybe here, and then just some places look like the colors are varying. You see how here you
Okay.
have a little bit lighter and then it's
How do you do
darker.
that? How do you do that again?
Yeah, just like especially around here.
You use hatching, right? You hatch and then
And then you just do lightly from the hatch.
Oh,
Go out. You see, from hatch, just lightly,
okay, okay.
just to give it a bit of a difference in color. So it's not a straight line, that's all.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
And actually, if you have an eraser, you can also erase some part of it to lighten some area,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Okay.
See, I don't like this here, but it's, again, I'm looking at my reference to see if I can do the edge of it darker. Purple. Where's the purple? That's the purple. Okay.
Is Melanie around?
I don't know. I
Yes,
don't-
I am.
Oh,
You
okay.
Oh,
are,
okay.
okay.
I was just having some tea and a snack.
Oh, you're allowed to. Melanie, can I ask you a favor?
A favor, yes.
The pictures that you have that go with the class, could you send them separately as an attachment?
Okay, I'll
to
take
those of us
pictures.
that don't get that don't get the pictures, because I can't pick things up.
That's true. Okay, so I'll do that right now.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
think
and
actually I could put it onto the other computer.
Yeah.
Interesting to try.
My tea is too hot to drink right now, so I have to do that.
And then Melanie, in my case, I want to continue to get hard copies.
Okay, perfect.
You know, like,
Yeah, I think everyone else is picking up physical copies, so.
I don't have access to a printer, so I wouldn't be able to print them out.
Mhm. Okay, let me take care of that.
Okay.
I'm still here though. I'm watching all of you.
Oh,
Omniscient, omnipresent. That's me.
Keep us on time, Melanie, as well. Okay.
Yes, we have 15 minutes left, give or take. Or give, just give.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little more orange in there.
Somebody better.
Let's do my stem. A good idea, ladies, is to always step away from it once because you're so close to it when you're doing it. And if you put it away, put it in a spot that, let's say in the kitchen or whatever, as you're walking by, and you look at it and say, oh yeah, I could do this.
good. I'm just watercoloring pears.
And then you could.
Rosemary.
No, the one that you were trying to see, she did the tapping for the ECR or something, or whatever it's called.
Oh, the one that you saw for EMDR?
Marika, we can hear you.
We can hear your conversation. Could you
I
mute?
muted her, don't worry.
Don't think you want us to hear.
I mean, it's a fascinating conversation. Like, I could totally listen in. But okay, Marika, you're still muted if you are saying something to us. Okay, I think she's still on the phone.
No, this one is not dark enough. Now, if you put a ground on it to make it so they're sitting on something, as I try to do with these, yeah, you can do different colors too, but let's try the same as the other. It's a little bit darker, I guess. This one. That is green. Melanie's Gabriel with us.
It seems his connection dropped because he was here, but now he's not completely.
He said he wasn't feeling well, right?
But I am recording it for whoever would like to refer to Olga's lovely methods again, then they'll be able to see.
Oops.
We are unable to take your call at this time. Please leave your name and number, and we will return your call as soon as possible. Hi, Cindy. It's Megan calling from Tracy Figueroa's office.
Maybe I'll mute this again. There we go. Private message on the phone.
I'm dying to see your pears. Anyway.
We'll have to do a grand reveal of the pairs at the end.
My other ones. Where's my other eraser? Green, green, green.
Has anyone enrolled in the Piston Kit?
Yep, I have.
And do we pick up our supplies tomorrow? Is that?
Yes. Tomorrow we're gonna start having them ready for pickup at the care center.
Okay. Afternoon or?
I believe after 2 p.m. Let me double check the email.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, I found the email. It says from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Friday, or from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Oh, okay, great.
So that's just because Cassandra's dropping them off at 2 p.m. tomorrow, and then they're always available until 8 p.m. from then on.
Okay.
And
That's
you
good.
tell the security guard you are there to pick up the art supplies and give your name and phone number.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
My pleasure. Any other questions related to anything that I could provide? Today, Marichka's class, it says on the calendar it's at 4 p.m., but it is at 3 p.m. So half an hour after we finish the class.
So I'm gonna have to get going, but I'll show you my picture. I'm happy enough with it. I think I have to work on it some more to give it more delineation.
That looks good.
When I'm looking
That's
at
fantastic.
It looks great.
How about we have everyone show their drawings as they are now, so we could all take a photo together.
Oh, sure.
So when I see everyone has them up and is smiling with their eyes open, then I'll take the picture.
Wait.
Olga, we just see your hands, so don't worry about smiling.
Wait, they
Oh.
look great.
All righty, keep holding, keep holding.
Wow,
Beautiful, thank you.
they
And I'll
look
put
good.
this, I could share this
They
after.
look good.
Well, thank you. Thank
Are you
you.
talking about their faces or their pairs? All of the above.
I hope you had some fun doing pairs,
Yes.
and you can always try, as if they with better paper, you can try doing the watercolor technique, more water, and that'll give you some of the, maybe the background that you can, fade out.
The orange again,
Did you take all the pills?
Pardon?
No, the morning ones.
So Olga,
Gone?
can we
Hi,
get,
Olga.
Olga, sorry, can we get watercolor paper at the dollar store, let's say?
Well, you could, I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Where should I?
Actually, if I
No.
could answer that, Olga, no, right now you can't get it at the dollar store because I just tried to get some stuff there. This is not essential need. So they will not have you any art supplies right now because I tried to get some other things.
You can order online, probably
From
from
Michael's,
Curry's or
pick it
Michael's, yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah,
But also I have some ready here for all of you. So you just let me know when you're coming by and I have them. I am
Could
sorry
you-
once again.
So Melanie, could you put it in with the PISM kit package for me, maybe?
Okay, let me make note of that. My
That
trusty
way,
sticky notes.
so for Anne Halo.
Okay, anyone else whom I can do that for?
But I really enjoy these watercolor.
Yeah, aren't they fun?
Yeah, they're amazing. So you can't do this with regular pencil crayons?
No, no. You have to
Yeah.
have water because you have a different pigment on the end of it. So that, yeah,
Yeah, no, these are fabulous. I just love it.
you can get some that have many, many colors. I mean, this is, small amount, but you can do all kinds of many colors. So.
And
But you
so
can blend,
I
you can-
saw you have the double pencils. What is
yeah,
that?
I don't know. I don't even know where I got it. It's Crayola, believe it or not. This
Right.
is what it looks like. I put it in a tin, but I'll show you the outside of it so you can see it. It's called double, okay, double-ended, no, here, this way,
Double.
is that right?
Oh, okay.
Dual-ended colored pencil, 25 rich, vibrant colors. It's by Crayola.
Good.
I've never seen those, but I don't know where I got them even. But
Yeah.
they seem, you could get double the colors because it gives you 20, you get 24 colors out of 12 pencils, so
Hmm.
it's kind
I
of,
went out looking yesterday. There wasn't anything too exciting.
but they are, this other thing, I don't know which make we ordered for you guys, but there's so many. I mean, online, if you go, Amazon probably sells them, watercolor paper too. Anyway, there's watercolor Derwent. This is another one that watercolor pencils that I have. It's just, they're 12 and they're just single pencils, crayons. So these are the two that I have.
Nice.
But have fun with them. I mean, try different things. You can have small paper and just give yourself, draw anything around the house. Draw your hand, draw an apple. I mean, anything. Get some fruit out and have fun.
I was going to show my apple, but I ate it. I could show you the apple core.
I mean, people draw anything. So anyway,
Okay.
have fun. Have a nice,
Okay, thank
lovely
you.
week, and we will
Thank
see you
you.
guys next week.
Yes.
Painting.
okay,
Next
bye-bye,
week.
thank you.
you
Very
next-
interesting.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Adios,
everyone.
thank you for
Bye.
coming.
Bye-bye.
Hi.
We'll do landscape and clouds next week.
That's right.
Acrylics.
Landscape and clouds.
Olga, I tried doing some mountains on a wood plank yesterday because I have one that I bought. It's on a chain, so it's like a sign on a chain. And I just had leftover paints from some of my paint by numbers, so I tried doing a mountain. It's okay. My dad says it could be better. I agree with him.
Oh, come on. Your father's a real critic, isn't he?
But then I thought, hey, instead of pizza stones, we can use the wooden planks that they have. I could
Well,
see
you'd
if
have
they
to
have.
You would have to do a lot thicker paint, like we'd have to have a lot more paint because it takes more paint to cover the
Yeah.
stain, whatever. So that's the only thing. But you know, we can, we'll get to that. We'll get pizza
Yeah.
stones. June, you have a pizza stone, don't you, from before, right?
We have
June?
like 3 maybe pizza stones from before.
But June, you have some from when we did pizza stone painting, didn't we?
Were they the ones that were coasters?
Well, they were small ones, yeah, but we did the larger ones too.
I must have missed that one. I didn't see the large one.
Well, we're gonna try to get there. They were at the dollar store, so now we can't get them until next month, but we'll see. Hi,
Maybe let me
Olga.
check online.
Hi, Olga Kuch. How are you doing? I haven't seen Olga for a long time. Can she hear me?
I hope so.
Olga, how are you? No. she doesn't hear me.
Oh, the dog could maybe hear you.
I hope you are all well and stay well, and we shall see you next week.
Yes.
Okay, ciao.
I'm gonna
Bye.
close off the meeting.
Okay.
Thanks,
Bye-bye,
Melanie.
everyone. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Olga. Fantastic. I'm so in love with all these pairs.
One
It was
question,
really good.
Melanie, can I bring them actually cash when I pick up the material? Or do I have to do a credit card?
Yes, I'm accepting cash and check.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Hi, Marlene. Do you have a question for us? Oh, you're just saying hi.
Sorry, I had you on mute because we were talking so much. Thank
So
you
how's
very much.
everybody there? Everybody enjoyed themselves today?
Yeah, Mom did the tulips. We
Nice.
tuned in at 1, so we were a bit late. I didn't know you started early, so. And Joan did pears.
Great. And what did you do?
I did the pears, but this was just our practice paper. So I guess
Yeah.
you would, was this our practice one? Because
Well,
we
I
tuned.
forgot to include the big sheets of paper.
We bought them, yeah, but we were just using the practice one, so we didn't know if
Yeah.
you'd maybe practiced before one, I guess, did you?
No, we just did this one, but you'll get the paper if you want to pick up the, as
But
Melanie
Marlene,
said.
I think you have the paper, right? You have the
I
big
do
sheets?
for sure. Yeah, we'll just work on that another day, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. You have
Okay.
the skills now.
Are you gonna send us the video then?
Yes, I can send the video.
Oh, thank you. That's great. Yeah. that was fun.
Fantastic.
I've never worked with those pencils before. They're nice.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm introducing you to a different medium, and then you can decide what you like, and we can mix them all together another time.